Hey everyone, Off the Rails Sports with Bert Beiswanger. I hope you're getting a leg up on the week. We are through the opening weekend of March Madness. Sporting, continue to sport the appropriate apparel here. Um, Pretty good opening week. I mean, there were a lot of duds, a couple of disappointments. Santa Clara losing to Kentucky the way they did on a well, not quite half court shot to force overtime, but suffice to say. Um, yeah, it was a tough way to lose a game for Santa Clara. High Point looked every bit the part of one of these really good mid majors. Not we don't have a lot of them right now, but High Point they listen they took care of a really hot Wisconsin team. I say took care of, they beat them, and then Arkansas. That game could have gone either way. Arkansas is a buzzsaw right now. Probably has the best player in the tournament right now, Darius Acuff. So, but beyond that, Purdue marches on. Big Ten representing quite well. No thanks to my Florida Gators, who honestly they were one of the hottest teams, just destroying everyone in the last I don't know couple months of the season or month and a half. They had not lost since the 28th of January until they lost in the SEC tournament. They showed up. They looked awful against Kentucky, beat them, but looked awful. Looked awful against Vandy and got rolled, and that was the worst Florida had lost all year. Then their losses were all 1 point to 6 points against some of the best teams in the country. I don't know what happened. Some stupid fouls. Got Ruben Chinyelu on the bench too long, and that messed up the front court because Chinyelu and Condon and Hauk, when they're all on the court, Florida is just as good as anybody, especially on the front line. But I don't know. They went from a team that was scoring 100, set a record for the most 100-point games, scoring 90, 94, 86, 100, and they looked awful. They looked awful. I mean, credit Iowa, but I was worried just because of the way Florida just looked in the SEC tournament. Um, so that's disappointing. I thought they would have trouble with Houston in Houston. I was looking forward to the matchup with Nebraska. I think that would have been a tough one for the Cornhuskers. Um, and I'm not horribly disappointed. I am because I think this is anytime you have a national championship caliber team, you don't want to see out in the round of 32 against a 9 seed. Um, but they won the title last year, so that buys some time. Purdue continues to look really good. I liked their path all along, guys. I really did. So they play Texas next. Texas is playing really well, but I think Purdue's going to take care of them, and we'll see. So I've always liked Purdue's path. They turn it on at the right time. Granted, their path in the Big Ten tournament was pretty nice, but they did have to beat Michigan in the championship, and they did. So after that, I think anything goes. I still like Arizona. I've liked Arizona. I had Arizona beating Florida, and yeah, I mean look. The difference between losing in the second round and winning the national title is just that Florida did this last year against UConn. The Iowa game reminds me of the UConn game last year, where they just showed up and all of a sudden you're like, who is this team? I don't recognize them. Turnovers, can't score, and they pulled that one out. They pulled that one out, and they did, and they went on and won a national title. This time they didn't. Horrible defensive breakdown at the end of the game. Missed a layup and then a complete defensive breakdown. But nonetheless, we march on. Sweet 16. I'm looking forward to seeing the Nebraska Iowa game. Corn Belt Classic. Hey, I'm not happy Iowa beat Florida, but that's not Iowa's fault. I think this is a cool matchup. I like Fred Hoiberg, and I like the Nebraska Cornhuskers, so I would like to see them win. And then about the same starting time, staggered a little bit, you've got Purdue playing against Texas. So, I like them. Don't know about Duke. They're battling injuries. Really tough. Boozer's playing out of his mind, playing awesome. Probably the second best player behind Acuff in this tournament. But I still like Arizona because Arizona's done nothing. to not warrant being the favorite. So that's what I'm going with. But like to see Matt Painter and the Boilermakers do well in the NCAA tournament. All right, hey, we're getting some nice weather out here. It's golf season's in full swing, and so looking forward to getting some golf in, watching some more basketball, and just enjoying this beautiful spring weather. You guys get a leg up. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot. Opening day, Thursday, MLB baseball, and get your popcorn ready, get your crack jack ready, get your cold beverage ready, because opening day is awesome. Yes, there's a game tomorrow, Wednesday night game. That doesn't count. Opening day is about a flurry of day games. My White Sox kick it off at 2:10 against the Milwaukee Brewers. Got a couple injuries. Looking more and more forward to seeing White Sox baseball these days. Not holding my breath on anything, but there are signs. They've got a lot of solid young players. Unfortunately, a couple of them are hurt right now, including Kyle Teal, who got hurt in the WBC, the World Baseball Classic, playing for Italy. But really good catcher, really good hitter, and they got a nice rotation there at catcher. The White Sox do. So whoever's not catching that day can DH. But good young talent. Colson Montgomery out of Southern Indiana at shortstop. Just really looking forward to seeing some positive steps forward for the White Sox. But opening day, awesome. Always a big day in Cincinnati. I know it's a big day for my Cubs friends. But really, let's focus on the White Sox, shall we? All right. Hey, get a leg up. Enjoy your day. Off the Rails Sports. Enjoy your week, and we'll talk soon.